Hi, and welcome to my video on the intersection of two circles. The intersection of two circles has three possible answers or solutions. There are three ways. One way, the two circles intersect at 2 points. So the two circles are intersecting at these 2 points. One is here and one is here. Let's call that point A and point B. And there is a line connecting those two. So the segment or the line is called a secant that intersects the circle at 2 points. So this is a common chord. So AB is a common chord. And so when you're solving two equations that are circles, then you come up with this equation, which is the intersection. So it's a common chord. And another possibility is when we have a circle and they both intersect at 1 point and there's a tangent. So that line is a tangent. But these two circles are tangent externally. We can also have the possibility where we could have the two circles touching each other, or tangent. So there's a tangent. So this tangent is to the two circles, but the circles are internally tangent. And the third possibility is when the two circles do not intersect. So these do not intersect and they're external, or we could have a circle and we could have the other circle inside of it and we have no intersection. So three possibilities on the intersection of two circles at 2 points, 1 point where these are tangents, or no points. So let's go over each of these cases when we try to solve. The intersection of two circles and solving the system of equations are the same. What I mean is that when we say find the intersection of two circles, we're looking at how we're going to solve the system, find the values or the ordered pairs where they intersect. So to find the intersection or to solve a system means the same thing. So number one, solve the system. Notice I have x squared plus y squared plus 4x plus 4y minus 8, and x squared plus y squared plus 2x plus 2y minus 8 equals 0. Notice they're x squared, y squared with a plus sign, so this is a circle. This x squared plus y squared is a circle. And now, if we call this equation 1 and we call this equation 2, so if I want to eliminate the x squared, y squared, so let's multiply equation 1 by negative 1. Here we go. And that gives us negative x squared minus y squared minus 4y minus 4x, minus 4y plus 8 equals 0. Now, since this is a negative x squared, that means I do not have to multiply. I can multiply this one by 1 or I just leave it alone. So this is equation 2. I'm writing down equation 2 here. And since I have the x squared the opposite, I'm going to add. So the x squared cancels out, the y squared cancels out, the 8 cancels out, so I get a negative 2x minus 2y equals 0. So if I solve this equation, I get a negative 2y equals 2x. Divide by negative 2, and I get y equals negative x. So notice this is a system which is intersecting at 2 points because we have a a line, y equals x. Now, we have the sub, since we have y is equal to negative x, I got to sub this into one of these two equations. It makes no difference which one you go into. You can go into number 1 or number 2. So I'm going to sub that into number 2 equation. The only reason, because it has 2x, 2y. They're smaller numbers. So y equals negative x. So y is negative x. So I'm subbing in negative x in the place of y. X squared, negative x all squared is x squared plus 2x. And 2 times negative x is negative 2x minus 8 equals 0. And you add these up, they cancel out. I get 2x squared minus 8 equals 0. 2x squared equals 8. Divide by 2. I get x squared equals 4. The square root of x squared equals plus or minus the square root of 4. X equals plus or minus 2. So notice now we have x is 2, or we have x is negative 2. So when x is 2, sub into the equation. Don't sub it back into the circle equations because you'll get more values. So if I put 2 in here, then I'm going to get 2 values for y. So because this line is common, this is the equation of the line between those 2 points, sub it into the line. So I got y equals negative x. So y equals the negative of the 2. So y is equal to negative 2. So when x is 2, y is negative 2. Y equals negative x. Y equals the negative of a negative 2. So y is 2. So when x is negative 2, y is 2. Again, y and x are the opposite of each other, which makes sense. So if you take these points and sub it into, if you take this point, 2, negative 2, and sub it in here, you should get 0. You take negative 2 and 2 and sub it into this equation, you should get 0, should be true. These are the two solutions. That's where the two circles intersect. Okay, let's try another one. Find the intersection of these two circles. Again, this is a circle, x minus 2 all squared, and y plus 2 all squared equals 9. And this is in the standard form of center of 2, negative 2 with a radius. Square root of 9 is 3, radius is 3. And this is in the general form. So what we're going to do is let's call this equation 1, and let's call this equation 2. Let's take equation 1 and make it into a general form like this. So we're going to square. So x squared is x squared. Product is negative 2 doubled, negative 4. Square is 4. Take the binomial squared again, according to the pattern. Remember the pattern for squaring a binomial. If you square a binomial, which is a plus b squared, the pattern is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So y squared, product is 2y doubled, and 2 squared is 4, minus 9. So we have x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 4y, and plus 4 minus 9 equals 0. So we have x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 4y minus 1 equals 0. So this is equation 1 simplified. Now, if I take this equation and put it below it, so if I put x squared plus y squared so this is equation 2. So again, the x's the coefficient in front of the x squared and y squared are the same, so I'm going to multiply this one again by -1. And I'm going to change all the signs. Here we go. Negative x squared minus y squared plus 4x minus 4y plus 1 equals 0. And I multiply this one by 1, or I don't change it, just leave it. Now the x squareds and the y squareds are opposite of each other, cancel them. And the x cancels out, so I get a negative 10y plus 10 equals 0. Negative 10y equals negative 10. Divide by negative 10. So y equals 1. Now, I can sub this into either equation. So let's take y equals 1 and sub it into number 2 equation. This is a line, which is y equals 1, but it's a horizontal line. It don't look like a line. It looks like it's just a y coordinate of a point. But when you solve two equations, two circle equations, you're either going to get 2 points, or you're going to get a tangent at 1 point, or no points. So this looks like it's going to be just 1 point. But this is the line y equals 1, horizontal line going through. And let's continue. Didn't mean to, just wanted to make sure I got that thought in. So y is 1. So I sub y is 1 in, simplified it. And so we x squared minus 4. That's works out to be negative 5. That's a plus 4. And hopefully this is factorable. X squared is x and x. Factors of 4 to give you 4. Got to be the product is 4 and the sum is negative 4. So it's got to be 2 and 2, and the product is positive, the sum is negative, it's got to be 2 negatives. Multiply negative 2 times negative 2 is 4, add negative 4. So equals 0. So x minus 2 equals 0. X minus 2 equals 0. X equals 2. X is 2. So notice there's 2 answers. So when y is 1, x is 2. So that means 2 circles are intersecting at 1 point, and that means we have a tangent to the 2 circles at that point, 1, 2. So if you take the 1, 2 and sub it into both equations, it will verify both equations to be true. So that's the point that's common. So that's the point of tangency of the 2 circles. And now we have another system to solve. Solve the system of equations. Again, we have a standard form, which is center is negative 2 and 1, with the radius, the square root of 1 is 1. And we have a general form. So let's expand. This is equation 1. This is equation 2. Let's expand this equation out into a general form. We practiced that in earlier videos. Here we go. We're going to square this, so we get an x squared double 2x, or product is 2x double is 4x, and 2 squared is 4. Square this binomial, take the first term squared, which is y squared. We multiply, get a negative y. Negative 1y double is negative 2y. And negative 1 squared is 1 equals 1. And now we make it x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 2y plus 4 plus 1 minus 1 equals 0. I put them in x squared and a y squared and x, y, and the constants. I brought the 1 over, made negative. They cancel out. I get x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 2y plus 4 equals 0. So that's equation 1 simplified. Now, let's put equation 2 below that. Again, notice the x squared and the y squareds are the same. Now, I need to cancel out the x squared, so again, we're going to multiply this equation by negative 1. So negative x squared, negative y squared, minus 4x, plus 2y, minus 4 equals 0. And we multiply this equation by 1, which means we don't change it. Draw a line, add up, cancels, negative 8y negative 8x plus 4y minus 4 equals 0. So I'm going to take this equation and I'm going to solve it for y. So 4y equals 8x plus 4. Divide by 4. So y is equal to 2x plus 1. Looks like this is the common line between the two. Let's continue. Now, if we take this line and sub it into, let's sub it into this one right here, which is number 2, and see what happens. So we got an x squared, y is 2x plus 1, notice I subbed it into number 2 because there's more work when I subbed it in here, so I had less working out to do. So I'm going to square that, so it's x squared. Oh, I better put my square there. So square this, I get 2x squared, makes it 4x. 2x squared is 4x squared. Product is 2x doubled is 4x. And 1 squared is 1. Minus 4x. 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, everything is. Now we simplify. So we get an x squared plus 4x plus 4x minus 4x plus 4x. Notice I'm writing them down in descending order. And that gives me 5x squared. They cancel out and I get a plus 4x and a plus 3. Notice I have a quadratic. The product is 15, the sum is 4. So if the product is 15, which is because A is not 1, the product is not 3, the product is 5 times 3. The sum is 4. So the factors of 15 are 1 and 15 and 3 and 5. But they're all pluses, so that means they have to add up. So they add up to 16 and 8. So this is not, it is factorable, but we got to do more work on it. So I'm going to use the quadratic formula. A, x squared plus bx plus c. So the quadratic formula to solve this is negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So b is 4, so that's a negative 4. B is 4. A is 5. C is 3. All over A is 5. So that gives us a negative 4 plus or minus. And just to work this out separately, 4 squared is 16. Subtract. 20 times 3 is 60. That's the square root of a negative 44 all over 10. So that's, and the square root of 44, work that out here, that's negative 4 times 11. So that's square root of negative 4, square root of 4 is 2, square root of a negative number is I, so that's 2I root 11, plus or minus 2I root 11 all over 10. So that you can divide by 2, or you can break it up and simplify it like this. So that gives me negative 2 over 5 plus or minus I root 11, make that 11 over 5. Cancel out the 2's. Putting the 10 below both of these makes it easier, but if you cancel the 2, you have to cancel the 2 into everything. Reduce. Notice this is a measuring number, so that means there's no real solutions, no real roots. That means there's no intersection. The two circles are not intersecting at all. At 2 points or at 1 point, the two circles are not intersecting. So that's the video on the intersection of two circles. And again, if you like my video, click the like button. And if you're not a subscriber, click the subscribe button and visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my videos, and the content. That's the content of my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained. Thank you for viewing my video. Hope the video was of some help to you. Bye-bye.